lacing a back, you want to start and make sure that your strings are equal length on both left and right. And it's like lacing a shoe up. You will need to go back and forth. So you do one lace through and then the other lace through. If you don't do it that way, then you're not going to have a nice, finished, symmetric look. And you just go back and forth, left and right, left and right.
Now, would it be easier to put maybe like a pin at the end of that to help it go through?
On some of them it might. This one, it's a perfect fit, but some of the manufacturers, their laces will be a little bit large, or they'll be too bulky at the end to slide through evenly. Sometimes we just redo the bottoms of those so they go through. This one is done on a angle, so it makes it easy with that angle there to feed it through. But a lot of them are blunt cut, and then it's not quite as easy, especially if they get multiple layers of fabric all folded up inside of there.
Now, what is that middle piece in the back?
That's a modesty panel, and then you could remove all or part of it. This modesty panel actually has a break point. This is the top one, and then there's a bottom one. So if she wanted a little bit of her back out at the reception, she could do that, or even for the wedding. And it can be removed even after the dress has been laced. It just snaps in. Although sometimes we sew them in. If the girl's not planning to remove them, then we may sew them in on this side so it stays perfectly in place. And then as I'm lacing it down the first time, I don't do a lot of tightening because it'll just fall back open for the most part until you get to the bottom of it. Back up to the top and tighten it up, tighten it up, tighten it up. I always tighten it a little tighter right at the waist because we want to give emphasis to our waist. Slim it up a little bit. You don't want to get it so tight at the top that you have overflow. See, as I tighten it up there, then we start flowing over, and I'll show you how to rectify that. But you need to get the whole corset real tight, even at the top, with a little overflow for the second tightening down. I go over the corset 3 to 4 times when I'm lacing them to get it nice and snug.
Now, how do you know if it's too tight?
She'll holler.
She can't breathe, or things start getting dark? Okay.
That's one thing really nice about the corset laces. We had several expecting bridesmaids this last year, and we put the corset backs in their dresses to make them fit. And the one gal came back after the wedding, and she said, oh, that was like a godsend because I could just loosen it up as the day went on, and I was so comfortable all day long. So it really is kind of a process. Nice time on that. nice with her bride on the day of the wedding. And then this has very long tails. We would cut those off. A lot of girls don't really like the bow. I personally don't generally love a bow on a big girl. If I did a bow, it'd probably be real small like that. You can see our bow tying video also on YouTube. So we'll trim these down 2 yards because she doesn't need all of that excess. And so if she doesn't want that, then what you do is tie this in a nice square knot. Let me see, I gotta get that different. The angle's wrong. And then if your tails are long on your dress, and you're going to put it on the inside, see that's a nice neat square knot there, then I would take this and loop it in half, and I would also tie that up, and then go under the dress and pull it through here so that when she goes to the bathroom it doesn't go in the toilet, because that would be kind of creepy. So that's it. How to cord.
I can get it.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so then when you get it all done, the last step you want to do is, if you have this overflow, is you start at the waist and pull it out and pull it out and pull it out so that you relax this up here at the top. So that's the final step, is loosening that up a little bit to make sure that